Hey guys, Thomas the Solution here, aka Mustached Tom, here to review A Cure for Wellness. Now, before I officially begin my review, I just wanted to point out when I first saw the trailer for this movie, I couldn't help but feel like this is going to be something like Shutter Island. So, with that out of the way, we follow this businessman named Mr. Lockhart as he's tasked to find another business associate, Pembroke. Now, Pembroke is said to be at this wilderness facility, so that is where Mr. Lockhart ends up. He asks if he can see Pembroke, and when he's told no, he tries to leave via vehicle, and then his car is hit by a deer. When he wakes up, he's in this cast, and things pick up from there. Now, admittedly, Mr. Lockhart as a character isn't that engaging, but they try to give him some redemption moments later on and some redeeming qualities later on via backstory with his father committing suicide. Anyways, he meets this young girl named Hannah, who seems to be very different from all the other patients here. She's a more interesting character as we follow her and see that she really doesn't belong. And this movie takes a few turns I didn't expect, as they actually do manage to leave at one point in time in the movie and they head towards this bar. I didn't see that coming, and I also didn't see a lot of other aspects coming in this movie as it progresses. However, there were a few calls that I did catch, like there's this police officer that apparently was a part of the whole wellness program. And as soon as I saw this guy, I was like, yeah, he's probably a part of that. So it turns out that the doctor was doing all of this for his daughter, which he kept saying that he would see her father, but it turns out he was the father. And via ancestral relationships, he was going to force himself to do some really creepy things to her. Let's just put it that way. So, luckily, Lockhart gets to rescue her, but before that happens, he gets a few operations done, which leads to a very questionable ending. He gets drilled via the tooth. You see his tooth get taken out, but later on in the movie, we see that his teeth are fully repaired, as well as his leg. Although that comes in a bit earlier, we see that he breaks the cast and sees that his leg is fine. So, there are a few questions about the ending to this movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like that this movie ended the way it did, in the way that it's sort of open-ended and open to interpretation. However, it follows a character that just isn't that interesting. As I said from the very start, Mr. Lockhart's character isn't that engaging and just doesn't get that interesting. And even with the backstory, it elevates his character a little bit to just being, you kind of want him to get out, I guess. And he kind of does, maybe. Like, there's so many questions as to the ending of that movie and the way that the beginning handled that situation. So, I still like the movie, but I feel like some parts could have been handled a little bit better. The pacing I thought was fine, the music was atmospheric and got pretty good at some points, so there's that. Uh, and when Mr. Lockhart is doing his stuff and investigating and having bad stuff, like I said, it gets a little bit more empathetic, but not by that much. So I would give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's okay, but it does have a few more flaws that I think hold this movie back from being an enjoyable 7 out of 10. Just a few more issues more than usual. So I would say check it out if you're interested. If you saw the trailer and you thought, yeah, that looks pretty interesting. And even if you did see Shutter Island, I would say it's close enough ish to that type of movie. although I would say the genre that you describe this movie as doesn't necessarily fit it. It describes it as a drama. I would say it's more of a mystery more than anything else, but then again, whatever. It's just a genre mix up, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, with that being said, I'm Thomas Sicily Jr., aka Mustached Tom, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!